The door of the dropship opened and burning wind rushed in. Soldiers stepped back, but not Jenna. She walked out first, her boots hitting the red sand of Varno 3. Everyone knew this place. They called it Death Valley. No squad had ever come. Back. Bones were half buried in the dunes, some still holding rifles. The alien recruits whispered that she was already dead. But Jenna didn't stop. Her eyes locked on the distant mountains. High above, something moved. Sharp eyes, silent steps. A shadow followed her from the rocks. It wasn't hunting her, it was watching, like a pup waits for its mother. The team set up camp near a broken ridge, but no one could sleep. The air felt heavy, like something was breathing just beyond the firelight. Then they saw it. Huge, silent, and glowing eyes in the dark. The sand wolf, Varno's top predator. It had killed entire squads before. Guns were raised. But the beast didn't attack. It walked slowly toward Jenna, then sat down beside her, like a tame dog. No growl, no sound, just silence. The squad froze. Jenna looked at the creature and simply nodded. The wolf stayed close. It had chosen her, and no one understood why. Not yet. At dawn, danger came fast. Razor bats swooped from the cliffs, screaming through the air. The squad fired wildly, but they were outnumbered. Then the sand wolf moved. It launched into the air, faster than any bullet. It tore the bats apart with savage force, but it only attacked after Jenna whispered, "Now!" The squad stared in shock. The beast obeyed her like a soldier follows a captain. When the fight ended, the ground was bloody, but Jenna stood calm. The lieutenant called for backup. "Something's wrong with her," he said. But deep inside, he knew the truth. She was becoming something more. A dark ship landed that evening, silent and smooth. Two men from high command stepped out, faces cold and serious. They didn't greet the squad. Their eyes were fixed on Jenna. "She's coming with us," one said. No questions, no reason. The squad wanted to resist, but orders were orders. Jenna was taken to a remote lab hidden beneath the sand. Scientists ran tests for hours. Blood, brain scans, DNA. One by one, their faces turned pale. Signals in her mind matched no human pattern. Instead, they matched the ancient predators of Varno 3. Outside, the sand wolf howled once and began circling the base. Jenna woke up in a cold, sterile room, her head throbbing. Her mind was racing with images, war, blood, and bone. She screamed, but the voice that escaped wasn't hers. It was something ancient. The scientists watched through the glass, terrified. "This isn't human," one muttered. The tests had unlocked memories, memories that didn't belong to her. She saw herself as a queen, ruling over the very creatures that now obeyed her. Her heart pounded as she felt the power inside her grow, like a storm waiting to break. The sand wolf was still outside, guarding her. She was no longer just a recruit. A violent sandstorm hit the base that night, tearing through walls and leaving the camp in chaos. By the time it cleared, Jenna was gone. The guards lay dead, torn apart with deadly precision. No sign of struggle, just a clean kill. Panic spread through the base. Surveillance footage showed nothing but static, then deep tracks in the sand, leading away from the wreckage. The team followed the trail, desperate to find her. Hours later, they reached the ruins of a forgotten temple buried beneath the dunes. Standing at its entrance was Jenna, calm and unafraid, flanked by the sand wolf and a dozen other creatures. The moment Jenna stepped into the ruins, something changed in the air. The ground trembled beneath their feet, and strange, glowing symbols flickered on the ancient stone walls. Jenna moved forward as if guided by an invisible force, her hand brushing the cold surface of the throne in the center of the chamber. The sand wolf growled softly, standing guard at her side. The squad tried to approach, but something held them back, a presence, ancient and powerful. The wolves around her knelt, eyes fixed on her. She wasn't just a recruit anymore. She was the Queen reborn. And the creatures, they were hers to command. Command sent a strike team, convinced that Jenna had lost control. They landed in full gear, ready to bring her back by force. But when they arrived at the ruins, they found only death. The wolves had torn through them. Like paper, their bodies scattered and ripped apart with unnatural precision. Jenna sat on the throne, her eyes glowing with a power the squad had never seen. "You didn't listen," she said softly, as if speaking to the wind. The remaining soldiers backed away, fear in their eyes. She wasn't a soldier anymore. She wasn't human. She was something far older, and they had crossed her line. The ground rumbled again, louder this time. As Jenna stood, the earth cracked, open, revealing massive, long-forgotten creatures buried beneath the sands. The wolves howled, signaling the rise of an army from the deep. Hundreds of eyes blinked open as the creatures, once thought extinct, crawled from their tombs. They weren't just beasts. They were war machines, intelligent and fierce. Jenna stood at the forefront, her arms raised, commanding them with a voice that echoed across the desert. The remaining soldiers could do nothing but watch as her army grew. Earth Command launched a missile strike, but the creatures took to the skies, destroying them mid-air. The message was clear: stop or perish. Jenna stood at the edge of the vast, endless desert, her army of predators gathered around her like shadows in the fading light. The stars above flickered like the eyes of the gods watching her rise. She had become more than human. She was the queen of a forgotten race, the leader of creatures that had once ruled the planet. The sky trembled as she spoke into the comms, her voice calm but filled with power. "I protected you once," she said, her words chilling. "I won't do it again." As she turned away, the wolves followed her into the night, and the galaxy would never forget the name Jenna, the Queen reborn.